Michael ELReyy.
Hey, Ring Fever fans, make sure you check out Neglio's Hobby and Creative Shop on eBay for all your hobby needs.
I found you. I already knew you ain't nothing new. Rerun. Call me ELReyy, and the city is my kingdom. You know what Joker can't get
changing.
We had one person in Coney Island, a guy named Crazy J, who decided to step up. He lives in the area and organize the Guardian Angel Patrol. And we said, more power to you, but you got to do the heavy lifting. You live there. You're in the muck and mire. You got to deal with the flotsam and jetsam. You got to set an example by picking up the trash, by going into the schools, by being a positive role model, by not dropping the F-bomb every 5 seconds.
Sometimes my skin is a little tough because of the stuff I've seen, but I try not to let it get to me because at the end of the night, you will cry, like when you see these stories or when you get to know these people personally.
Right.
Boom, Jose from the Guardian Angels. What's going on, Jose? Long time.
What's going on, Big Mike?
Jose, most of you people don't know Jose's original Ring Fever and original Fever Keeps It Real, and he's back once a month or maybe twice, depending on Jose's schedule. You will see that Coney Island president giving us the news from the streets. What's going on, Jose?
Not much, running around like a chicken without a head.
Yo, so real quick, bro. The other I'm not sure if it was last month or something. There was a rape by the boardwalk. I seen you were patrolling the area. You came out on the news. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, that was it's getting crazy out here. It's getting crazy even in Coney Island, where people are just looking at Coney Island for the Nathan's hot dogs and the roller coasters. But you used to been out in those streets, and you know how it is.
Is it getting bad? I mean, is it early 2000s bad, or is it because early 2000s you were more active? Is it?
It's getting bad again. It's getting bad where a lot of these crimes are starting to happen during the day. Also, I mean, you mentioned
during the day,
the woman that got raped underneath the boardwalk, but let's not forget Coney Island also had the woman that got burnt on fire on the train.
No, oh yeah, that's right. But is that all right? Let's be real. I just want to ask you a question. You know, I was on Monty and Farrell last week. They asked me about the immigrant thing. Yo, that got a lot to do with a lot of outsiders coming in because that shit don't sound New Yorkish. Burning people, raping people on the especially in Coney Island. I haven't heard of rape in the boardwalk in years, bro. Years. Like people kind of know better. Like, do you think?
Absolutely, a lot of it has been a lot of that. We don't know who's coming in, so it's definitely, a big factor. I mean, as you can hear in the background, there's a siren running right past me, as we're talking right now. So it's the city is getting very, very chaotic here in New York, not just in Coney Island, but just all over New York City. Not too long ago, as we also had a situation in the Upper West Side. Nothing happens over there. And the former governor, Patterson, actually got attacked over there with his stepson, Anthony Sliwa, which happens to be Curtis Sliwa, our founder's son.
So Anthony and the former governor got attacked?
Yes.
Is Anthony all right?
Anthony's okay. He's had a few scrapes, but nothing. His training with the Junior Guardian Angels out in Washington Heights had helped him out a bit, but still he was just outnumbered. They were jumped.
And how that's messed up because Anthony's still young, right? I think I know who you're talking about. This is Curtis's stepson, right? Or Curtis's son, right?
That's his actual son. That's
his son that he used to go. I believe he was at that festival we was at. Remember where?
Absolutely.
Wow, man. How old is he now?
He's around my son. He got to be 20, 21.
Okay, yeah. Well, you know what? I gotta stop thinking like that because every time I think of LJ, I still think of, I'll play the video in a little while, guys. I think of that kid, and that kid no longer exists. LJ's a grown man now, you know, so it's not the same thing, you know. I
Yeah.
still think of the Fever Keeps It Real is awesome. I still think of him like that, you know.
Oh, not only that, but
Yo, man,
when we
let's switch
used
it
to
up real
bring
quick,
LJ
man.
with us to the Indies,
Yes,
he
yes.
held Andrew Anderson's chain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how the heck he was able to hold it at his age. And
Shout outs to Andrew Anderson. You want to know something funny about him, Jose? You know how like before I got deep in the industry, we met him first, right?
Yep.
Yo, he's never changed his energy with me, man. He's always been polite with me, man. He sees me now, gives me a hug. He's always trying to put me on. Let me get a big shout out for an original guest on Ring Fever, Andrew Anderson. He used to put us on back in the days. He used to promote us like crazy. Still got love for us. Always asks me if I still talk to you. Always asks me, hey, how's what's his name? Jose. How's Jose? You know, the guardian angel. So yeah, shout out to him. But yo, let's switch it up real quick. Nah, man, let's stop talking all this crime stuff. You know, that shit get depressing after a while, bro. Yo, what are you doing for fun?
What do I do for fun?
Yeah, now.
Now I'm just, I'm still I'm trying to get the Nintendo Switch too.
Okay.
I'm still doing my gaming stuff, and I've slowed down running to some of the indies only because I've had so much work piled up on me. But I
We
am
got we
trying to
gotta
get
get you
back
back out
into
there.
making my presence felt at a lot of the independent shows.
I got somebody I want you to see that's close to me. I know when you go see him perform, you'll be like, man, this guy's nice. I'm gonna go see when's next Benny show in New York. They do shows in Queens, and I'll figure it out for you, bro. I'll send you some tickets, man.
Definitely, and if I could also Mike, with this being my first uh, uh, podcast back, I got to take off my beret,
Uh-oh. What
and
we doing? What we doing?
and I really want to do a shout out of rest in peace. And you know where this is going. Rest in peace to it's a little hard and emotional, Mike. You know where I'm going at. But Vic, the big man, the one real big man in the industry, in the indies,
Vince Steele, rest in peace.
still rest in peace. I got to know him in the indies, and then later on, the last few, probably I say 2-3 months before he passed in the ring. I actually did a few jobs with him. We started working together, and the most gentlest soul that I've met. So rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Vince. I did Monty and Farrell and last week, and they wanted me to talk about the CCW story events and stuff. It's sad, but I don't want to get too much into Vince because I still love him, and you know I just don't want to think about a lot of that stuff.
But
Yeah.
go on without doing that.
Nah, I feel you. Yo, so have you been watching current product? What you up to date? Because your schedule be messed up, man.
Yes. Well, actually, I haven't seen this recent Saturday Night Main Event. So
Okay.
spoilers. I'm up to that area.
Your boy Jesse Ventura back. How about that?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And for him to still be able to do those vibes, those great vibes.
Did you
That
see?
feels
Did you see he had that jacket on still?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just love the fact that he's able to still make me feel like I'm watching 80s stuff, but still bringing it to the current product. It's pretty amazing.
I like it. What about the bloodline stuff? What do you let's we got to get Jose. We got to get these fans to know why you famous on Fever, bro. Let's talk business, bro. Tell me what you don't like and why you don't like, and let's get into it.
I love the bloodline storyline when they were doing it. I really didn't think, and I'll be honest, I was never a Sami Zayn fan. Like he looked like the old NES game, the Paperboy. I'm being real. And then I started paying attention to Sami Zayn when he started the conspiracy theory, and he started having the people with the cameras and all this, and I'm like, wow. Now I see. Now he's amazing. I actually liked it before he did the Uzi stuff and was an honorary Uzi.
I like the Uzi stuff, bro. The Uzi stuff was funny as fuck, bro.
I loved it. And he kept getting Solo and the rest of the guys out of character.
Yeah.
So he's very talented. I always found him talented. I just didn't get his gimmick in the beginning part. And then I gotta say, like I said, I loved him when he started the whole conspiracy theory stuff. Then the Knoxville fight was, even though it was goofy, it was good. And then once he transitioned into the bloodline, Sami Zayn is one of my favorites. So I like that. I like John Cena turning heel, but I don't think.
Yo, bro. Cena turning heel is horrible.
I don't think it's as good as when Hulk Hogan turned Hollywood.
Yeah, yo. He don't. I don't know what it is with his face. You know what it is like. When you watch him in some of the movies being an asshole, it's funny. Like when he's being the peacemaker, it's funny. But him being really mean on television, like to kids and stuff, it don't fit, bro. Like it just doesn't connect because I've been watching him so many years as the good guy. Like I give you a good example, bro. LJ, since he was young, he been a Cena boy. How he liked the heel turn.
I really haven't asked him about it because because I'm so behind in a lot of the wrestling stuff.
Cause my nephew, you remember when my nephew left? My nephew's a Make-A-Wish kid. Remember he left to was it when Daniel Bryan won the title that won SummerSlam?
Yeah,
and he doesn't like it. He's you can't say nothing to him. He's like, that's not the real John. I met John in the hospital, and it makes me think like, wow, yo, like my nephew did, like he was a Make-A-Wish kid. John Cena paid for his trip to go to Los Angeles, paid for the hotel, made sure, because there was a little thing too about the Make-A-Wish. When you do a John Cena Make-A-Wish and you ask to see him, depending on what his schedule is, he gonna make it. Don't matter what his schedule is, he's gonna make it happen. So for like my nephew, they took him down to LA. But before he even got a chance to meet John Cena, he done met Rey Mysterio, Booker T, all of them, just off the strength. And I know he kind of don't like it. He says this shit is whack, bro. These fucking this whole seal turn. Now I thought when R-Truth and him had that fight last week, I thought maybe R-Truth was gonna beat the sense out of him.
Spoiler, I didn't see it.
Ah, son.
I told you I'm up to the Saturday night main event when they're supposed to fight.
Okay, now
Didn't see it. But I gotta say, also now that we're speaking business, R-Truth, isn't he one of the most amazing comedic performers there is? Like to me, if I was to pick top 2 most comedic superstars, R-Truth is number 1, followed by Santino Marella.
Santino is still funny. He's still funny.
He is. But I got to put R-Truth. I mean, come on. The Money in the back, the when he had Royal Rumble and he ran in and pulled out a ladder and he tried to dude, it's a Royal Rumble. It's not a Money in the Bank.
Here's a Ring Fever fun fact for all the fans. The Big Boss Man was a full-blown Guardian Angel and came out in WCW in Guardian Angel gear.
Yes.
And also
against Vader, actually.
Yes, and also, and not an honorary, a also full member would be Vampiro down in Mexico. He is a full member of the Guardian Angels. So you have two wrestlers who are relevant. Rest in peace, Big Boss Man, but he was very relevant back then, and he wore that Guardian Angel attire. Now, when are we getting a new one? When are we getting someone to pick up the torch? Have you been looking around? Do you see anybody worthy enough to become an angel that's a professional wrestler also? Are we doing this? I mean, do you have your eyes open on anybody?
There's a few people that I've had an eye on, but nobody that quite could live up to the standards yet. You know, I mean, Ray Trailer, what an amazing
Athlete.
I mean, to be able to be in the industry.
You're watching the streets while you're talking to me. That's what you're doing. You're looking, you're freaking patrolling while you're supposed to be on the show, bro. I know what you're doing.
Listen, I mean, you know, somebody has to be out in these streets.
Yeah. But yeah, Ray Trailer was a great fighter, man. Now,
and Vampiro, if I could say Vampiro, sheesh, you know, his career has been an amazing career also, and had great feuds with Sting. And when he went into Lucha Underground, I mean, let's be real. What I feel helped put and cemented Pentagon on the map was his feud with Vampiro. If you have not seen that super fight, Lucha Underground,
I like the full version, the one where it takes Vampiro 10 minutes to get into the ring, where he's sitting in the crowd, soaking it up when the crowd is yelling. That's like one of the best parts. But the match itself was bananas, man.
Yes, and actually, when I'll never forget, and I remember sharing it with you, the clip of Vampiro's Lucha Underground. They did a little not a spot. They did a little preview of him coming back into the ring, and it was just one of the most amazing videos I've ever seen. You know, so shout out to Vampiro. And listen, he really breathes us now. If you look on a video he did, a documentary, A Nail in the Coffin, which happens to be a Vampiro documentary.
Well, I'll watch that later.
If you look on the cover of the video, you see a Guardian Angel crest tattoo on his left hand.
Question I got for you. Have you been doing any events like back in the days? Like, have you any Comic Cons, any Toy Cons? I know we used to go to the Comic Cons, but have you done anything in the recently? It's been a couple of years since we've seen each other.
It's been a couple of years. I'm starting to get my feet wet again to do a lot of these things, and yes, I am trying to get back, like I told you, back into the industry. My first little taste was actually when I went over to Florida.
Oh yeah.
And I was holding the flag, and
you got attacked.
Yeah, got attacked. Who did I get attacked by, Mike?
By Shaheem, the Bollywood sensation. He's now in AEW. Matter of fact, I got a while that I haven't spoken to him. We should have you come down here in Florida, whoop his ass. That's what we should do.
Definitely. I mean, I didn't forget about him, so you might see me back out there.
You know what's funny? It's St. John Strange. I just performed with him on May 31st, and he asked about you. It was pretty cool. You know, I was the guy that came out with the paper plate.
Yep.
He was like, "Hey man, whatever happened to you, buddy, the Guardian Angel dude?" Because he was a Green Beret in the Army, and he had a run-in with you guys. You guys did what was the traffic stop for the Army, and I already knew he wasn't lying because I've been on the other end with you guys trying to record you guys, where you guys would literally stop traffic for wounded warriors. Like, I seen that happen before. Like, not even the cops could do that in New York City. I see you guys literally close down a whole section of Times Square to let all the veterans in. So when he told me that, it just gave me a quick flashback. But yeah, he gave you a shout out last show that I was on, he wanted to know how you was doing. I brushed it up. I told him you was doing good, even though I ain't fucking speak to you in like 3 days. But I'll let him know.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, it's for those people that don't know, and me and Big Mike, yes, we've done the Comic Cons, we've done we've done so much together.
Comic Cons, we done what else we done? We done interviews, man, back in the days, man, we still got it, man. Blog Talk Radio, something happened to it. I guess it got bought out. So all the stuff.
Remember, Blog Talk Radio was the very first podcast.
Yes, man, and we did good, man. We had interviews with Devon Dudley. Remember that one?
Yes.
He cut a promo at the end.
We also did an interview with Paul Roma from Power and Glory.
Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger.
Green Ranger.
That was one of my favorite interviews, Jose. Especially when Chris Gary came out and said, "I don't care about your what he said. I don't care about your Power Ranger stuff. How are you doing in MMA?" And he said, "I don't give a fuck about your podcast."
Yes, I remember that.
Now, here's a question, bro. Do you, when you go out still, I know the Guardian Angels always get the celebrity presence. Even celebrities want to talk to you guys. Like, I seen it myself, bro.
Well,
what was the guy's name that held his fans up for 20 minutes because he wanted a picture with you guys? I forgot his name, bro. He was in the Guardians of Galaxy. He was also in Walking Dead. The one actor, bro, that jumped over. He just had to take a picture with Curtis. I know Kevin Sorbo was one of them.
Yes, he was.
I know Lou Ferrigno. Michael Roker. That's his name?
Yes.
Michael Roker. I remember that, bro. Do you still get that? Because I know.
Well,
I know in Coney Island there's 2 mayors. I'm gonna put it like this: there's a mayor and there's a governor. You got Mayor Nims, but you got Governor Jose of the Guardian Angels. So you still get them reactions, because
oh, absolutely. Like I sent you the picture a while ago that I took with Omos.
I'm gonna put that up too.
Man, that dude is wow.
Huge, right? And he stopped you. You told me.
Yep, he stopped me. He had his wife. He was with his wife, and boy, Omos, and he was really a very gentle giant. He was very nice, very humble.
You know who else I remember? Man, I gotta find that picture. You remember what we were going to the parade and Wonder Boy stopped us from MMA?
Yes, I got that picture somewhere too.
So some of you Florida guys that are listening, I know there's a couple of Florida chapters. Most of my fans in New York already know who the Guardian Angels are. The Guardian Angels started in the late 70s. They were a safety patrol unit. They helped out the city during its worst time. Jose is one of the chapter presidents in Coney Island. So it's when you talk about nostalgia, when you talk about New York City, when you talk about subways and stuff, you can't tell a story about crime in New York and how the streets clean itself without talking about the Guardian Angels and what they did in the past. So a lot of celebrities still remember that, and they get excited when they see Guardian Angels. I mean, remember Jim Jones? He got excited when he seen you. He put it online. Yo, look at that Guardian Angel walking down the block. I haven't seen that in years, New York City. So I know it doesn't bother you because you've been doing this for so many years. And I want to congratulate your son because he picked up the beret after all these years of being a junior Guardian Angel. I'm hoping he graduates this year. It's up to you guys. But what's his presence like when he puts on the jacket?
Well, listen, Listen, if he graduates, it's going to be completely on his sole merit, not because of who his father is.
Yes, we know. You're Frank Reagan. We know. We know this already, bro. We know. We know this. And what I mean by Frank Reagan, people, is that Jose wants his son to have his own clout, do everything by the book, just the way Jose did. There's no special treatments. There's no that's his father. He could come automatically, and he still has to go through the same process as every other guardian angel who's put on that beret. But Jose, the other kids that are the new guardian angels, that's a better question. Let me leave LJ out of this because LJ, we're still working on if he's going to graduate. The other angels that you have that just turned guardian angels, do they understand the nostalgia and the importance of the organization? Do they?
Oh, well, right away, like the very first time somebody comes out with us and they're patrolling, when they see, people stopping to thank us and this and that, it's like they get it right away. Like, a lot of these kids, these young ones, go from where people look at them very differently when they don't have the uniform. When they put it on, it's like now they have that badge of courage. It's really quite a concept. From the biggest guys to the smallest guys, there's a lot of experiences that go on in the organization that you probably wouldn't even run into or handle. Like, I'll never forget, we used to do a marathon, the New York City Marathon here in New York, New York's largest marathon. And we used to help out this one woman. Her name was Zoe Kapowitz.
Oh, I remember. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
And she has multiple sclerosis. And she's done about 30 marathons or so. And
God bless her. I remember her.
And we used to walk the marathon with her because at a certain time, the police barricades were up. Police weren't on the street. Because this is a woman that have multiple sclerosis, she'll continue to race and she'll get to the finish line, but she's in the Guinness Book of Records, I think, for the longest time of 36 hours. There's 36 or 38 hours of the longest time doing a marathon.
Because of her condition, but she would not give up. She'll keep going. She'll keep going. She'll keep going.
And, when we get to the finish line with her, I've had guardian angels that were big boys that could be in the Indies, and there's not one angel that hasn't had a tear, of her finishing the finish line because she did it. There's a lot of people in life that don't finish their race, and I'm being metaphorical, and yet this is a woman that has the odds against her, and she's always finishing her race.
So, for people to understand, this lady will start off at the Verrazano Bridge, walk through the Verrazano, into Brooklyn, into Queens, through Queens, into Manhattan, and then to the finish line. The average person in a race will probably take 12 hours or something like that?
Oh, some just give up and go home.
Yeah, some people just give up. They don't make it past the Verrazano Bridge. Some people don't even make it into Queens. Some people train for a whole year for this event. And this lady was doing it for 13 years straight. I do remember her because I do remember a Christmas party.
Yes.
Was it a Christmas party?
Yep.
Where she showed up and she wanted the honor of putting her medal on you for all your years of working with her. I do remember that, man. What was it, Christopher Street or something like that? I'm trying to remember that. Yeah.
Christopher Street, one of our holiday parties, 100%.
Yeah, man. Is she still around?
She doesn't do any marathons anymore because her condition has gotten so bad that she's not able to.
We'll send her our prayers, man. I hope she's still doing that. Any old timers you still see, bro? Do you see Brain? Do you see the old Ring Fever crew? Do you see any of them out there?
The only person I see every now and then is Tanya.
Tanya. Hey, we got to get a reunion, even if it's just me, you, and Tanya, bro. I don't think these people know about the crazy Russian. Tanya's all over the place on the microphone, bro. She knows her wrestling, she knows her boxing, and she's just everywhere. she's just a nut job boiled up in one. And you know what, Tanya, when you watch the show, God bless you, man. We still love you here. You know, you still Ring Fever all day, first lady of Ring Fever. But yeah, Tanya, fuck, and where you seen that?
Coney Island.
Fuck yeah, that's right. Brighton Beach. She'll walk by. Man, yo, it's been a blessing, man. Like our past history and stuff stuff we've been going through.
And the people that we were like, I shared the ring with Mad Dog Stone.
Let's throw some names out there in the past, man. We've done interviews with Jimmy Snuka.
Yeah, we did interviews with the original Doink the Clown.
The original Doink the Clown, that's right. We had Daily News writer King Jordan with us.
Yes.
I wonder how's King. Does he still do the articles, or you haven't seen him?
I haven't really seen it.
Let me see who else. Chris Gary was also a journalist on the Fever Show. I wonder how he's doing. I know he's online. He doesn't do anything too much. Chris Gary was a good clown to have. Brain. But when all is said and done, when you want to look back on the past episodes and all the streaming we had before streaming was out, there was only 3 names people always talked about on that show, and it was always Big Mike, Jose, and the late great Paul Wing. And I know the show is always in honor of him and stuff, but did you stop watching wrestling for a while when he passed away, or did you? Because I had that moment where I just didn't want to watch it no more.
I didn't. I didn't stop watching, but I stopped listening to a lot of different podcasts and all that wrestling stuff related. I just stopped that part, but I didn't, because I couldn't hear somebody else on a microphone and not think about Paul. The only thing that did stop me a little bit was actually when my brother passed. When my brother passed, I just couldn't get into anything wrestling, even when it came around WrestleMania. And for those that know me, like, if you could even look at my beret, I got WWE Championship pins on my beret.
And besides me, your brother was the only one you used to talk to about wrestling and stuff.
Yeah, my brother was I'll never forget. We went to watch Night of Champions when I went to visit Florida. We went to a Wild Buffalo Wings, I think, where they were playing the pay-per-view. And it was the Night of Champions where Bobby Lashley, The Undertaker, who else was on that card? It was Bobby Lashley, Undertaker, and I like to say John Cena. I could be wrong. And I'll never forget, my brother had his WWE Championship spinner belt. And the waitress goes up to us as we're dining, and she looks and she goes, "Oh, could I spin your belt?"
And there was a comeback right away, right?
Oh, well, no, but my brother's wife goes, "I wish you would."
Hey, you know who I haven't seen, brother? I think we need to hit him up, bro. You know who was a good Fever guy? And I completely botched this one. Whatever happened to Vinny the Guido?
Vinny the Guido. An amazing guy. I can't say enough, especially when he took time out to go visit our junior guardian angels out in Washington Heights. Big shout out to Vinny.
I'm going to look for Vinny the Guido online. It's been a couple of years. I know you know what? Vinny, no matter what, I don't talk to him as much, but I know every year, for some reason, he always hits me up October 1st, the day before my birthday. He always writes the same shit. He writes, got you before anybody else did. Happy birthday, motherfucker. I know it's tomorrow. That's it. That's all you, every year, it's the same message. It's like, you look forward for that that one thing. Like, and I always feel like if I don't get it one year, I'm gonna have to do a search for him. But bro, we still got more to discuss. But you know how this goes, bro. You're not a guest. So guys, I want you to get familiarized with this face. Jose's got to continue to do some patrolling this week. I want you to familiarize with this voice, because once a week or every 2 weeks, you will be hearing him. The only reason why this segment ain't going the way ELReyy wants it to go is because my man here needs to catch up with some of this wrestling so we could do our rants. And he's not caught up yet, because life right now for the Guardian Angels, I'm not saying it's hectic, but it's pretty hectic. His president and co-founder is going for mayor of New York. Jose's busy with that. Coney Island right now, we're reaching summertime. Jose's gonna be busy completely the whole summer. When you're in the boardwalk and you know how it is in Coney Island, you want to have fun, you want to do your thing, and having the Guardian Angels around there, they not only give us the peace of mind, but also cops leave us alone and let us have our fun, because they know the Guardian Angels know all these people in Coney Island. They know Jose has a connection with all the gang members. I mean, let's be real, dog. These dudes sometimes don't pop off because you're around. That's how much respect they have for you. I mean, weed is legal in New York, and some people still put their blunts down when you walk down. Am I right or am I wrong?
Absolutely. And it goes back to what I always taught, which is you got to do the walk, put boots to the ground. It's always about putting boots to the ground. There's so many people that will say something and then they're there for a few weeks and then they disappear. And
Hurricane Sandy, we've seen it firsthand.
We see it all the time. But
people were going into Coney Island, taking pictures like they were helping, and they'll leave an hour later. But Jose and his son at the time, super young, were out there every single day with the community, making sure they got water, making sure they got food. And that's why it's the nostalgic era, the nostalgic aura of the Guardian Angels is still important in New York, but also it gives people a peace of mind, especially guys like me. We always get into it with the cops. So when we out there picnicking and we're having fun, and the cops are about to harass us, and one of you guys walk up to them and be like, hey, I know those guys, don't worry about it. They're just here to have fun. They respect you guys' word more than they respect ours. And we always felt like you guys have been the peacekeeper of the streets. You guys have stopped a lot of gang wars. You guys have negotiated a lot of things with different gangs, especially you. I feel it's important for us to educate everybody week by week. We know our time is limited today, but I want you to give out some information right now, because I know you came down here to support the new chapter that's going on in Florida. I want a little bit more details, so if anybody's interested in joining, give me some stuff, brother.
Well, right now, so like Big Mike said, we started here in New York City in 1979, but now we've grown where we're in 130 cities, 13 countries all over the world. If anybody wants to get involved, just go to our website, guardianangels.org. And
in Florida, you have a chapter here in Florida, right?
Yes, we got you can look under local chapters. No, I believe the link says about us. You look underneath that, then you look under chapters, and it'll tell you all the chapters we have all over the world.
So guys in Florida, I know you guys think this is a New York thing, but the Florida Guardian Angels have a reputation out here too. They were actually one of the first responders in one of the shootings, the school shootings that happened. And they did not leave that school until everything was said and done. And they stood an extra 2 weeks to make sure those kids go to school without the press harassing them and all that other. So there is a presence here in Florida. So please check out guardianangels.org. Go down to you can read their history. It's not a gang. It's a safety patrol unit. It's a safety patrol unit that works very closely with the streets. It's not neighborhood watch, you guys. They actually help. They actually do stuff. You get all your information online. Jose, before we go, bro, what you want to get off your chest before we go?
Well, I will catch up. I am going to catch up because I don't want to get any spoilers from anything online.
Oh, I was ready to go in.
Anything online. But I'm liking the product. You know, a lot of people didn't think after Vince McMahon, you know, with his scandal, I'm pretty sure Vince McMahon is in Diddy's little black book.
This is why you have to watch the product so we can get into these rants, kid. This is why, kid. Guys, we're gonna give Jose 2 weeks to catch up, bro.
But I gotta say, like a lot of people that were hating, thinking WWE would fall without Vince. I gotta say, Triple H has done a phenomenal job, and it only makes sense. He was a performer himself. He was a superstar himself. A superstar will know how to run a business like a big machine like WWE. Granted, you know, me and you, Big Mike, seen a lot of times when you have a booker that's also running a promotion and they run the promotion down into the ground.
Oh yeah. We'll get into that next time you're on the show. We got some stories to tell you guys.
But, you know, if you want to say get off my chest, Triple H is doing it right. I love the Triple H era. I think the pay-per-views from everything is going amazing. I'm going to say I wasn't surprised that John Cena turned heel. I saw it coming when he came into the ring with Cody. The only thing about that pay-per-view that I was surprised about was Randy Orton. I didn't think I'd see him come back.
Which he still has that presence, larger-than-life presence.
Absolutely. But I didn't believe I'd see him come back because of all his injuries and all that. So that was the only thing that I was surprised about. Other than that, I'm glad to be back with you, Big Mike. You know, we
guys get familiar with the faces because Jose's the type to send me videos throughout the week, even if he's not on the show. We're gonna get the street cam thing going back again. Jose's very active out there. He could get different exclusives that some of you guys will never believe. He interviews celebrities all the time, and I'm glad that he's back. I want you guys to get familiar with it because we have totally different opinions and we do clash, but we're also best friends. That's right. So, brother, I'm glad you're back. We love you. Check out guardianangels.com. Listen.
Org.
Check out guardianangels.com. Yo, that's why I be getting in trouble. You know, the other day I got a phone. I'll call you later. I'll let you know who called me on my phone and cursed me out because I said their name wrong. But check out guardianangels.org. Brother, you got anything special today that you're doing?
My regular rounds, running into Coney Island, the big CI to do the patrols, make sure everybody's acting right. You know, just keeping an eye on everything.
And once in a while, you want some candy and stuff, go down to the Sugar Factory. There, the sugar store there in Coney Island. Jose,
it's
sometimes
sugar.
It's sugar. I call it the sugar store. Everybody knows what I'm talking about in Brooklyn. Go down to the sugar store, and you guys always know Jose's always there messing with the people there, Bootio cereal and all this other shit he carries.
It's a candy store. I mean,
it's a candy store.
People know when Big Mike might be thinking, you know, from his past, you know, he might be talking about some other sugar.
No, not that type of sugar. It's candy, M&M's, all that other stuff is famous. A lot of people go in there to mess with Jose because they know him. And after you watch the show, go down there, mess with him. Let him know I still watch Ring Fever. And he'll make sure he get a little video clips. That's what we need to start doing. We need to get the video clips like back in the days.
Definitely.
That's what we're definitely gonna start doing.
Fever's keeping it real, like always.
Always keeping it real, brother. We love you. I'll holler at you later. And like always, this is Ring Fever with ELReyy and Crazy J, aka the president of the Guardian Angels of Coney Island. We're signing out. We love you and see you next week.
See you next week.
Hey, Ring Fever fans, make sure you check out Neglio's Hobby and Creator Shop on eBay for all your hobby needs.